Chapter 374 came to the right place. Since the spatial passageway was leaking demonic ki, he could just go to the source and deal with it once and for all. Darling, do you have any solution? We've already tried to seal it, but other spatial rifts have appeared near the Imperial City. It feels like we can't seal it. When Wuxia saw Song Shi's expression, she knew that this man was confident and told him the more details about the situation. He'll go to the heavenly demon world and block them from the other side. Song Shi easy explained his plan. He felt that even if he could block them here, the creatures over there should be able to break through easily if he wanted to. It was better to go over directly. It's too dangerous. Bai Yuer was shocked. A feeble sky demon saint can disrupt Great Kion. There's probably a large group of them in the heavenly demon world. There might even be stronger existences. Young master, you. Then I'll unify the heavenly demon world and take them all in as my subordinates. Song Shi did not care. I was going to the upper realm anyway. This heavenly demon realm is also considered an upper realm. I should be able to improve there. Bai Yuer was speechless. Unifying the heavenly demon world? She thought Song Shi was joking. Is my husband not coming back? Bai Zhaoqin was uneasy. Her eyes were filled with tears, and her face was filled with sadness. I will return. I have great divine abilities that allow me to casually travel between the two worlds. Song Shi smiled confidently. His alternative resurrection point was under the bed in his old courtyard. Ever since Song Hai returned and the Song residence had a living person, he had placed the alternative resurrection point under the bed again. Now he could reach home in seconds. What about our wedding? Wuxia thought that it was going to be cancelled. Continue, but you'll have to delay it by half a month. But this time you will get married alone. The others will take turns getting married later. Song Shi changed his plan. This had nothing to do with going to the heavenly demon world. It was mainly because he realized that he was a little short of cultivation resources. The last time when he fought the Sky Demon Saint, all his assets had been taken away by that fellow. Later on, he had not been able to recoup them even after encountering the spatial storms. Now, he only had the few resources he had drawn stored in the system space. He was really poor. If he cultivated honestly, he wouldn't even have enough resources for himself, let alone for raising a family. If they held a few more weddings, they could collect more guest money. The resources they obtained could be used by Bai Zhaoqin and the others. Whine it. If I want more money, I will have to invite more people. Song Shi's gaze shifted as he came up with a plan to garner more resources. At night, he and the three girls cultivated together. Under his lead, everyone's cultivation speed was several times and even more than 10 times their normal state. During the day, Song Shi transformed into the sun and floated towards the east. Jin Prefecture was located in the southeast region of Great Kion. It was located in a hilly area and was rich in silk. After flying east, they passed by Wudong Prefecture that was rich in oil. Next was Bai Province, which bordered the Alchemy Kingdom. This province had special soil and was rich in medicinal herbs. Along the way, the Jin, Tong, and Bai prefectures were all rich places, and they were also easy to target. The Alchemy Kingdom's cultivators had already infiltrated the Bai province, so it was only a matter of time before they occupied it. When they arrived at Bai City, the capital of Bai province, Song Shi descended from the sky and mixed into the crowd that entered the city. He looked at this city, which had a unique style. Compared to the simple, rough, and gray walls of other cities, this city was painted jade white. It looked especially exquisite, clean, and filled with wealth. Beside him, a young man clenched his fists and muttered to himself, "This time, I must join the medicine sect and become an alchemist." Song Shi glanced sideways and said with a smile, "Little brother, is the medicine sect the most powerful faction in Bai State?" "But of course." The youth raised his head and glanced at Song Shi. "You're from outside, right? You don't even know the #1 faction in Bai State. It's indeed an outsider. Can you tell me where this sect is?" Song Shi smiled. "In the south of the city. I'm going over to participate in their beginner assessment trial. Do you want to come with me?" The young man saw that Song Shi had an extraordinary temperament and wanted to interact more with him. "I'd like that." Song Shi was happy to have someone lead the way and chatted with the youth. As he spoke, not only did Song Shi know that this youth's name was Guo Ruding, who was a descendant of a small family that planted medicinal herbs outside Beizu Mountain City. He also found out more about the medicine sect. A few years ago, the medicine sect was nothing. However, in the past few years, the medicine sect had suddenly grown stronger and monopolized most of the medicinal herbs and pills business in Bai State. It could be said that everything from raw materials to finished products was controlled by the medicine sect. As a result, 30% of the medicinal herb business in the entire country was taken over by the medicine sect. Moreover, this ratio was still increasing. If this sect did not have the alchemy kingdom backing it up, Song Shi would never believe it. Brother Song, you were right to come to the medicine sect. Alchemists really make all the money. It's much more profitable than us farmers that plant the medicinal herbs. Towards the end, Guo Ruding became familiar with Song Shi and excitedly told him about the bright future of an alchemist. Let's talk about the lowest level precious pills. As long as you can refine one, it's money that ordinary people won't be able to earn in their entire lives. A low-level apothecary can easily turn an ordinary family into a wealthy family in the mortal world. Oh, in that case, the medicine sect is very rich. Song Shi's eyes lit up. He knew that he had come to the right place. That's for sure, not to mention being as rich as a country. The wealth that medicine sect has accumulated over the years is definitely comparable to any top sect. Guo Ruding nodded. As they walked and talked, luxurious buildings appeared in front of them. It was actually a group of palaces. Be it the design of the building or the materials used, they all showed that the sect was rich and imposing. There was a latrine in front of a palace with the words Medicine Gate written on it. There were already many people gathered in the square in front of him, looking at the entrance of the palace with fervent eyes. There are many people who want to join the medicine sect every day. This makes the threshold for the medicine sect for accepting people to become higher and higher. I wonder if I can succeed this time. Guo Ruding muttered and encouraged himself. It should work. I learned a lot of pharmacology at home. I can recognize herbs. My foundation is better than most people. He looked at Song Shi. I wonder what Brother Song's strengths are. It has to be related to refining medicine. Otherwise, they won't accept you at all. You won't even be able to enter the door. I can fight well. I should be able to go in. Song Shi smiled and teleported away from Guo Ruding. He appeared in front of the magnificent door and clenched his fists. A circle of golden and white light circulated. The golden color was the power of the sun, and the white color was the power of the yin. As it circulated, it transformed into a true dragon that was continuously enlarged by the punch. Boom! The glimmering door was instantly destroyed. A huge dragon swam towards the palace and collided with the array formation power. The array formation lasted for a moment before shattering. The first palace shattered into pieces and collapsed. The ground shook violently, and a terrifying aftershock surged. The storm spread and sent everyone from the medicine sect flying. Even the people in the square were blown away by the aftershock. If one observed from a high altitude, they would see a 10,000-foot-long dragon easily destroying the door and palace, causing the entire medicinal palace to tremble. The instigator stood calmly in front of the broken door and said calmly, I, Song Shi, am here to cause trouble. Hundreds of meters away, Guo Ruding, whose hair was disheveled from the gust caused by the aftershock, was in a daze. He looked at the person who was talking to her just now and could not wrap his head around what had happened for a moment. This person was not here to join the medicine sect, but to cause trouble. Furthermore, his strength was actually so terrifying. He destroyed the door with a single punch. It was unknown how strong he was.